In this video, I take these spray-on tinted headlights from looking like this to looking like this, and then I restore them until they look like this. When I got this X5, these were the headlights. And I must admit, the blacked out look can look pretty cool sometimes, but this particular application severely reduced nighttime visibility, so I had to do something about it. And when I looked at the price of new ones, I decided to see what I can do with these. Yeah, of course, I could have gone used, but all the used ones I saw, I was going to sand and re-clear anyway. So I started to play with ways to get the tint off, and I found that I could chip away with it with a blade. So I just dug in. Even though I'm not finished with this headlight, the visibility difference is drastic compared with the other one. You can see so much better on the left side. To start getting this film, this paint off, I just did this. I started on a corner somewhere, and then I was just able to come in with the blade and get it off. It's not adhering very well to the lens. So I'm just gonna continue with this one until it's all gone and then move on to the next one. As I get closer to the edge, I wanna make sure I protect it, because as I swipe down, I sometimes ding into the bumper. So I am going to put in a little painter's tape just to protect it a bit. And if it's intact, I'll leave this for when I start polishing. All right, so I finally got all the tint / paint off of this headlight. This area and this area, for whatever reason, were very difficult. This probably because of the angle, and I don't know why this area was so difficult, but it's done. So now I'm going to prep the other side and do the same thing. Now, part of me, since I haven't masked off, wants to just sand through all of this paint. Another part of me wants to use some sort of solvent. I'm nervous about using a solvent because it can still get to some of this paint that I don't want to get to. So I'm thinking about this. The blade was tedious, but it worked. I don't know, maybe I'll just use the blade again. So how did I get the other side started? Well, it wasn't masked off all the way. So I just kind of got under an edge and it's starting to come. And it really comes off pretty fast. It's just the little bits that take forever. There we go. And we're off. Just like that. So, after being very patient and listening to podcasts, I finally got 99.327% of the spray tint off. There's a little bit up here that I'm hoping I'll get with the sandpaper or whatever abrasive wheel I use to prep the headlights. But yeah, for the first time ever, this car does not have tinted headlights. Since this is the worst one, I'm going to start sanding it with 400 grit to see if I can get a uniform finish. And it looks like it's gonna be possible. So I'm gonna hit it dry, then I'm gonna hit it wet. Yeah, I think it's gonna be all right. Now it's wet. Get it a little bit wetter. There we go. Let's see what this looks like. Now I still see a lot of those cracks and scratches. So I'm gonna hit it with some 320, get at some of those scratches. Then I'll have to come back with the 400. But yeah, there's some scratches that I would like to get by. Now, some of these scratches were there before, but I am certain I made these scratches with my blade. That's unfortunate, but that's what we're dealing with now. A lot of these are shallow scratches. Just go over them a few times and they're gone. So maybe that's the case over here too. No, those scratches didn't disappear. They just got filled with dust. Now I could probably jump straight to the 600 grit, but I'm gonna give it another once over with the 400. Now this is wet. This is wet. Now there is It's not scratches, but it looks like deep cracks or starring. So I may hit it some more with the 400, but we're getting there. Got a fresh 400. Now I'm hitting it with the 600 grit. And I just have a cup of water that I'm dipping the sandpaper in. I don't know. Maybe a little better with the water. Maybe a little better with the water. Let me hit it some more with the 600. I swear with the water, it feels like the sandpaper is just kind of gliding over the headlight. But maybe that's what it's supposed to be doing. Now let's see what that 2000 grit does. Oh no, that's the best it's looked. Still not super clear, but way better than before. Let's see what it looks like when it's dry. Still see some scratches. Oh, it feels a lot smoother anyway. Another round with the 2000. It's actually starting to look good. No matter what happens from this point on, I'm certain it is going to be way better than it was when I started. So I'm feeling a little better about it in that regard. I didn't feel like waiting for the 2K clear to ship to my house, so I found some about 35 minutes away. So I hopped into Mark IV Golf and went to get some. So this is a parts store in the town I used to work in, and most of the CarQuests have turned into Advanced, but this one is still branded as CarQuest. And I remember I used to be a flagship chaser when it comes to cell phones, and I remember I was walking out of the store with some parts one day and I dropped my phone, and this phone had been dropped a million times, but this time the screen went black and it went unresponsive and it wouldn't start. So like, I'm not saying I have a traumatic memory of this place, but it will always be ingrained in my memory that this is the place where I lost a phone that I really, really liked. I think it was the LG G3 maybe. That was a great phone. I'm back with the 2K clear, and you can already tell that this one is in much better condition. So I'm just gonna hit it with 400, 600, then 2000, and then see what it looks like. So that's after the 400, 600. This is after the 600, 2000. That's the first pass with the 2000, and it looks so much better than the other side. I wonder if someone tried to restore these previously and did them differently. Anyway, all right, so that's the final pass with the 2000 on this side, and it makes me want to hit the other side again to see if I can get it closer to this. Now, I'm not going to go crazy with it, but that's a lot better. I don't know, maybe it's just the lighting from that corner to over here. But in any event, I'm going to hit it one more time. I guess hitting it again might have helped, but I'm not sure. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do to it. I'm going to mask it off and see what we got. Try this. All right, this one's masked off, and it actually wasn't that bad. I thought it wasn't going to be a good idea, but it actually worked out pretty good. And I may add a little something there, but getting closer. I think I cut this bag a different way. And this cutout around the headlight doesn't have to be perfect because I already have the other tape there. This is just to mask off the rest of the area. So since I didn't damage the existing tape while I sanded, it still will mask off the fine edges, but I can get the new tape really, really close anyway. And I could have touched up the original tape before putting the trash bag on if I wanted to. All right, both sides are masked off. I'm a bit nervous because I've never done this before. I mean, I know it's gonna be better than having those blacked out ones, but still a bit nerve-wracking. I'm gonna wipe it down with alcohol and read the instructions on how to spray it. This is the final wipe down with isopropyl alcohol. I'm gonna wipe it down a couple times. This side looks so much better. And while that dries, I'm gonna go prepare the can. Shake it upright for 2 minutes, flip it, pop this little bottom thing with this cap, shake it 2 more minutes, and then spray. 2-minute timer. So that 2 minutes of shaking is done. See that little thing there? I think this is how you do this. Did that do it? I'm pretty sure I got it. Another 2 minutes. What if I didn't get this pushed all the way in and then I sprayed the headlights? I wonder what would happen. So this is still the wet clear coat, and I am a bit nervous because if you look, you see the little cloudiness right through the center. I'm thinking it's going away as it starts to cure, but we'll see. I think I put plenty on there, so I'm not gonna try and add any more. And this is the other one, and yeah, and the haziness has started to go away as well, but I'm just gonna let it cure and keep my fingers crossed that this actually worked. But heck, even this is better than it was, but that is actually pretty nice. I really hope that cloudiness goes away because the rest of it looks fantastic. But anyway, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna go do something on the Golf. Since I got 42 hours on that 2K clear, I might come and try and knock these out. But these are a lot cheaper to purchase, so I might just get some new cool ones. And it looks like somebody might have already tried to do something on these. Anyway, I'm gonna price those, but that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, sorry. And at some point I'm gonna have to address this. This just started happening in the last few months. I may get some paint mix and respray the hood. That is actually starting to look pretty good. But anyway, that's not what I'm here for. I picked up this at the junkyard. Now, I would be stoked if this junkyard radio actually worked for my car. Gotta find an alternative place to store my registration because this new one is a double den. And maybe I'll install this in the truck because the truck still has a cassette player. And it's looking like a different plug. Yeah, it's all different. Yeah, this is what came out of the other Mark IV. It's a newer one. This is a 99, which is a weird year for the Mark IVs. Yeah, completely different. Wait a minute. It's the right number, but it doesn't look like the right size. I'm doing a quick search to get a double den that is similar to this. I'm gonna spend at least $100. With the wiring stuff that I have in the garage, might as well try and modify the harness and hook it up. Let's see if it even fits. Oh yeah, that's gonna fit nicely. For my little beat 'em up Golf, I think that'd be a nice little upgrade. So I think it may be worth it to spend 20 or 30 minutes modifying the harness. So let's see if we can go do that. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 connectors. Let's see how many is over here. Because this is what's hooked up to the car now. Eesh, going into here is 1, 2, 3, 18 connectors. Does this have that many more features? But anyway, since that wasn't a quick swap, I'll come back to that in another video. Let's get back to the X5. I think it is dry enough to take off now, so let's see how we did. One thing I think I would do differently is I would spray one coat, wait 10-15 minutes, and then spray another pretty thick coat. But other than that, I am generally pretty pleased with this. When I think about what I started with, I am super pleased with these results. So much so that I can see myself doing this again. But it will be so much faster and easier not having to deal with that spray-on tint. This X5 still needs tons of work, and if you would like to follow along as I continue to improve it, hit subscribe. If you would like to see the things I've already done to it, check out the playlist. Thanks for watching. Take care.